quite know where to put it. So there are things that I know that I love doing, but that I'm not very good at. I'm not very good at playing tennis or volleyball, and I have broken fingers to prove it. University of Maryland, 1966. My finger got broken. That was football, though. Touch football. As many as you can think of. I like starting with what you're good at, because I like focusing on the positive. Oh, here's that. I'm supposed to do a couple hours a day. I'll remember what you mean. I know what I mean. Oh, I forgot the candy. Guys, usually there's candy at this point where I go like, okay, who has 10? Got candy. Next time. Who has those things in their circle in the next 60 seconds? You can come back to it. This is a chronic exercise that lasts your whole life. I still use my circles. Every day I find things that I'm good at.
Discover now.
Things I'm
You
not good at.
discover it every day.
Discoveries. Oh, what did I do? Yeah, I should do that too. 30-second warning. We're going to stop this circle in 30 seconds for now. And come back to it.
I don't know what that says. I have to go ahead.
Yeah, it is, even though it's stupid. Stop! For now. Just for now. Okay, so let's holler out some, just for fun. So you do not have to raise your hand. You're not in that kind of classroom right now. Just shout out something.
Planning.
Planning! Ooh, you're hired. You can come with me. Shout some other things out. Come on, I saw a list of 18.
Dancing.
Dancing. I wish I was good at that. It's in my life doing that.
Drawing and painting.
Drawing, painting.
I like drawing.
Did I hear pottery?
Yeah.
Yay. Love those artistic skills. What else?
Working with people.
Listening.
Listening. Excellent. Okay, I see some nods. I hear a couple of listenings out there. Listening's a really good skill. Especially if you want to be a doctor or a psychiatrist or a counselor or whatever. Yes.
Understanding new topics.
Understanding new topics, okay? I heard something back in this corner.
Teamwork. Teamwork.
Teamwork. I was going to ask about that, actually. That's good.
Baking.
Baking? Oh, you can come work for us, too.
Working with kids. No.
Working with kids.
Kids is good. Working with animals.
Working with animals.
Talking to people.
Talking.
Trying new things.
excited things. All right. Nothing. No, that's not a good answer. Gotta do better than that. Okay. So these things that you already think about, that you know that you're good at, would be listed. What would be when you start thinking about your values and what kind of career you want to go into, would be things that you already have as a strength. Right? It would be things that you might want to continue to work on. So if you want to go into counseling, for example, you might want to really work on listening skills. If you want to be a scientist, a creative scientist, and help other scientists visualize information better, you might want to work on those artistic skills even though you already are good at them. Right? Or you might just want to keep those things you're good at for balance in your life, right? I like gardening, but that doesn't have anything to do with my career. Right? I just notice it come to visit me, there's a nice garden. So it might be just for balance, just for something that helps you be a full, well-rounded person. I love to read. I read all the time. I read junk novels. I read science fiction. I read books about scientific discoveries. I read junk. I read all kinds of stuff. I read 2 newspapers every day when I first get up because I want to know what's going on in the world. I like reading, right? It doesn't really have anything to do with what I do every day in my job, but I like it. So it's things in here that provide you with balance, that make you a well-rounded person, all that kind of stuff. It's also your strengths that you might want to work on for your academic career path and your life career path. Okay? So while you were thinking about that, did you think of anything that you're not good at? I told you some of mine. I've got a long list.
Singing.
Singing, okay? I like singing. In high school, I was in choruses and stuff, right? And I thought I was pretty good, but actually, no. I think I didn't want to take that for a career path. Okay? Singing, yeah, so that might be something. You might think of hobbies or other things that maybe you like, but not so good at. Okay? Anything else? Math. What part of math? The analytical part, or the balancing equations part, or the abstract part? Oh. Okay, so almost all the kinds of things that we're thinking about in here in this world right now with big data, we all need better quantitative skills, right? So if you have thought about you're not so good at math or you're not so good at thinking analytically, that means you need to work on that. So when we get to the career planning part, you'd be thinking about taking quantitative theory and methods 100 your first year and start to think of quantitatively. Or think about reviewing your math skills so that you do really well, right? Because all of our professions, social sciences and sciences, require strong quantitative and analytical skills.
Dancing in public.
Dancing in public. Yes. So see, that's what I do too. Anyone cool? But in public, not so much. So, yeah, so that may mean that you're not a public performer, but it might mean it's something, it might give you hints of something you want to work on. So suppose you want to be a professor and you want to teach students someday. You got to be on a public stage, right? And you don't want to be one of those boring guys like the one I had for sale by all people talking. You don't want to be one of them, right? So you might want to work on performance skills. Maybe take a debate class or something for speaking or whatever so that you can build on it. Yeah? So it might be a way to identify things that you might look at. I think I want to expand this circle. I think I want to work on this. I think I want to strengthen this. Yeah.
With that, I wanted to add, this isn't really something that, people would like to do, but like sometimes people are just naturally awkward. like, and that doesn't help when you're teaching either, because you're just standing there and you're being awkward, and it makes everything else awkward. And it makes everyone else feel awkward. I've been in this position before, that's
Yeah,
why.
some of us have to work harder to be performers.
Right, to be better at that.
So seriously, so what Ms. Neal does in the HEAS program is every morning for every student, she says, one of the things that all of us need to learn is to communicate better and with all kinds of people. So every morning she goes around and she puts a microphone in their face and she says, tell me one thing that happened on the news. You're now on CNN. Go. You have to practice to get better. There's a book out this year that says that it takes well over 5,000 hours of practice to be good at anything, right? To be really, really good. 5,000 hours of practice. You don't think people just learn to play the guitar or the violin without practicing, do you? Well, there may be differences in talent among us. Some of us have more muscle control, better dancers, vocal control, better singers, better range, more musical ability. But that just means we need more practice to be good at it. Some people might be naturally talented in a particular area. They have just the right brain connections to make them excellent musicians, or to give them control of their body so they can be the best tennis player in the world, or whatever, right? It just means that if you want to be that, whatever that is, whether it's a performer on stage or a neurosurgeon, you might have to work harder. If you don't have fine motor skills, probably should not be a neurosurgeon today. That doesn't mean you can't develop fine motor skills. It just means it's going to be harder for you than it is for somebody that came with a little bit better set of muscle coordination skills. Right? So that's part of the point of this exercise, is to get you thinking, what do I need to work on? If I want to get to here, what are the things I need to do? Okay, so, oh gosh, we got about an hour and a half. Why don't you take a 5-minute break, go to the restroom, come back, and we'll do these next two circles, and then we're going to do another expansion.